Hey guys, welcome to BP, the Bible Perspective. Let's talk about Carolyn Bryant, the mother of modern Kerans. Now, before we get into it, please like and share this video and subscribe to BP, the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you have a thought, a comment, add it to the comment section below. All comments are welcome. Now, Carolyn Bryant recently passed away. She was the accuser of Emmett Till, which led to his brutal murder by her husband. More on that in a moment. She is also known, or I should say, the good that came out of her evil actions was that she sparked the civil rights movement. Now, the good I say because her actions is the epitome of white women weaponizing the system against black men, and oftentimes resulting in horrific, brutal lynchings and murders. Okay, her actions, which started with Emmett Till, who she accused of either whistling. There was a lie she told that she recanted, that he sexually accosted her. She recanted that lie. What is most probably known is that he whistled at her. And again, the story is kind of unclear. But when she told her husband, him and his brother went at night. And by the way, let me just say this: there were two black men with them. A lot of that's not necessarily talked about, but anyway, they went in where his uncle's house, where he was sleeping, in the wee hours of the morning, dragged him out, dragged Emmett, a 14-year-old boy, dragged him out and brutalized him, tortured him, mutilated him, and then tied a cotton gin around with a barbed wire around his body, around his neck, and threw him in the river. When they retrieved his body, this is what his body looked at, that picture in the center. His mother bravely, I may add, insisted that the open casket, that they put a glass over his coffin, and that's what you saw. Jet magazine then published that horrific picture that galvanized the civil rights movement. Now, 10 years later, that led to the abolishing of the constitutional legal racism in America. Make no mistake about it, that it was legal to do this. Well, it was illegal to murder. They were eventually acquitted of the murders in a sham court. But all of that came to an end again in 1965. She, as I said, passed away last week without ever facing charges, even though there was later discovered, and I say later, like just recently, an arrest warrant that was some kind of way hidden. So she went to her grave never being held accountable for the evil act that she did. Now, she represents how a white woman could weaponize the system against black people. Lynchings were a terror during this time. A terror. You see, crowds would come out. Okay? Now, what I wanted to show by this, however, is the idea of the weaponization of the system, how white women were able to, just by their mere accusations, this would happen, this result would happen. Their mere accusations would incite this terror, violence, evil. And oftentimes the people got away with it. They got away with it. that they would get away with it. You see all the crowd right there. They would get away with it. Now, let's fast forward to the modern day Karens. As I said, Carolyn Bryant is the mother of these Karens. Now, what do I mean by that? The picture that you see right here, these white women accuse, and I'm going to say falsely accuse, black men. And sometimes for the silliest reasons. Now, you see the lady in the park. She decided that she was going to attempt to weaponize the system against a black man for merely telling her to control her dog. And she called the police. I want to play a video of Terrence Owens, and his encounter with a white woman who, I want you to hear what she says.
Oh my God, this is real. This is real. This is real. Look at this. This is unbelievable.
What's going on, folks?
I'm driving to my mailbox. She telling me I'm speeding, telling me to slow down.
Slow down, and he rolled down his window and he started harassing.
First of all, I didn't harass you. She telling me to slow down. I said, what do you mean slow down? I said, yo, I'm just going to the mailbox. Then she goes, get the fuck out the middle of the road.
You almost hit me.
I did. How did I almost hit you? And I'm going to the mailbox.
I was a Karen.
Yeah, I'd call you a Karen when I came over here after you said I called the police. Absolutely.
He ran the stop sign.
Well, there is no stop sign. What are you talking about?
But I asked him to slow down, and he got out of his car and started harassing me. He put his car in park.
Right, because you're going to yell at me and telling me I'm almost hit you, and I didn't.
But you didn't have to get out of your fucking car.
You didn't have to talk to me that way either, Karen.
You're a black man approaching a white woman.
Oh, boy, as she's crying. Oh, my God, this is...
Now, it's kind of funny because more than her crying, did you hear what she said? You're a black man approaching a white woman. And what is amazing to me about this modern day Karen is that the ideal that it is in their mind, that is in their hearts, that they could weaponize, as their mother, Carolyn Bryant, did, that they can weaponize the system to punish black men. Now, that word punish could be light or severe. My point is, I don't know what it is they're thinking. What is amazing to me is that they think they could do it. They think that they could weaponize the system. Now, what is good about today is, again, a lot of these Karens are held accountable now. That they're facing, to some degree, accountability for false accusations. Unlike their mother, who did not face any accusations for the horrific accusations. And again, part of it wasn't that she just said Emmett Till whistled at her, but that he accosted her. And that caused her husband to brutally torture this young 14-year-old boy. The good news is that, you know what? Laws have changed. And now a lot of these Karens are being held accountable for just merely or falsely accusing a black man. And you have to kind of ask, well, why do they think they could do that? See, why do they think? Why are the seeds of that kind of racism still present in white society among some white women? Don't know, but it is interesting. Alright guys, that's my perspective. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to BP the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you have a thought or comment, add it to the comments section below. All comments are welcome.